TV 33 presents the GHSA Baseball State Semifinals, the Hardaway Golden Hawks versus the Parkview Panthers. You're looking at Panther Park on the campus of Parkview High School in Lilburn, where today it's Game 3 of the Georgia High School Association State Semifinal Baseball Series between the Parkview Panthers and the Hardaway Golden Hawks of Columbus. And welcome back to Panther Park. We are just about set here for the start of this third and deciding game in the series. Tim Gustafson on the mound facing Paul Vasquez, and we are underway as Gustafson hurls a strike, and the count is 0-1. Big crowd here for game number 3. Winner moves on to the state finals. 0-1 pitch, swung on, miss, and the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Tim Gustafson off to a great start for Parkview here. 0-2 pitch, missed outside. Oh, they ring him up. 3 straight pitches from Gustafson and the strikeout of Paul Vasquez as we take a look at the Sonny's Barbecue starting lineup. Vasquez, Ernest, Green, Benefield, Mackey, Webster, Cullifer, Trawick, and Donovan, your starting 9.
You know, that kind of resembled Eric Gregg's strike zone from the Florida Marlins Braves playoff series a few years ago. That was way outside, but the strike it was, according to the home plate umpire.
First pitch to Ryan Ernest, missed outside, and the count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That missed outside, the count now 2-0. Gustafson, 11-2 on the season, a 1.83 ERA. 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and the count is 2-1. Gustafson's worked 69 innings, allowed 52 hits. He has walked 11 and struck out 58. 2-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-2.
You mentioned Gustafson's 1.83 ERA. We had a couple of starters last night that had minuscule ERAs, and look what happened.
2-2 pitch. Fly ball center field. Francoeur goes back about 5 feet, makes the grab, and there's 2 down in the inning.
You notice how Francoeur plays such a shallow center field. He's got a lot of confidence in his speed, and he likes to go back on the ball. So again, we're going to look at Francoeur playing rather shallow, which is what you want your center fielder to do. He can cut off a lot of those little bloop hits. He's got enough confidence to go back and enough athletic ability to go back on the ball. Good outfielder.
Brings up the pitcher, Blake Green. Green takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. Green, 3 for 8, 2 homers, 5 RBI, and 3 runs scored in this series. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, high fly ball, deep left field. Green going back. That ball is out of here. Blake Green unloads a solo blast, and Hardaway has taken a 1-0 lead. That is the 3rd homer of the series and RBI number 6 for Blake Green.
Daytime baseball at Parkview. The ball just gets up in the jet stream, it's gone.
Blake Green now with 7 homers and 17 RBI in 14 playoff games. Take another look at it.
Kind of hung it up a little bit. And those aluminum bats, you don't have to get too much on it to get it out of here. See more hanging breaking balls. Those always come home to roost at any level of baseball.
So Hardaway with the 1-0 lead. Brent Benefield, the designated hitter, stands in. Takes this one low, and the count is 1-0. Benefield, a masterpiece. You see his line, 3 for 7, 4 runs scored and a stolen base, but more importantly, his line for pitching in game number 2. Takes that one outside, and it's 2-0. Benefield went the 7 innings last night, gave up only 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 7, gave him a big game 2 victory, and even this series at 1-1. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count is 2-1.
Boy, Benefield just willed his team to victory last night. Coach Powell was talking about how tired he is, how fatigued this whole team is, and Benefield just put the team on his back and carried them to a victory and helped them play today.
2-1 pitch. Missed outside, and it's 3-1. And And you mentioned, Rob, in the opening just how powerful offensively this Hardaway team has been in this series. 3-1 pitch, tried to check his swing and could not, and it's 3-2.
Well, anytime you can get production out of your first 7 guys in the lineup, that's amazing. You're not going to lose too often. Like you said earlier, the first 7 guys have at least 2 hits apiece.
Payoff pitch fouled out of play, and they'll do it again. Ernest with 3 hits in the series. Blake Green now with 4 hits, 3 of them homers in the series. Benefield 3 hits in the series. Mackey 4 hits in the series and a couple of home runs. Johnny Webster hit a grand slam. Payoff pitch. Ground ball right back up the middle. That's a base hit for Brent Benefield. And that is Benefield's 4th hit of the series.
Let's go right up the middle. Just hit it where it's pitched.
Brings up the left fielder, Dan Mackey. Mackey, 4 for 7 in the series, couple of homer, 4 RBI, and 3 runs scored. The other half of the Bash brothers, Blake Green being the first half.
Benefield has a stolen base in the series. I send him here too with 2 outs.
Fouled back on the screen.
Never a bad idea to run with 2 outs. You got a runner on first. Worst comes to worst, you have a good hitter in Mackey leading off the next inning. But try to get something going. Put a little more pressure on Parkview. After all, they're not getting a lot of productivity from the heart of their lineup.
Hardaway really benefiting from playing here at Panther Park as far as from their slugging percentage. They play in a much bigger park down in Columbus. Next pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. By evidence, Mackey came in with only 4 homers on the season, hit 2 last night.
Well, this is a short field. It's only 305 down the line and allegedly 365 to center.
0-2 pitch missed outside, and it's 1-2.
You couple that with the fact how well the ball carries here, you're going to see a lot of home runs.
The wind is kind of blowing in right now, though. Really kind of blowing in from left field, so across the field. 1-2 pitch, ground ball between short and third. That's another base hit. 3rd hit in a row for Hardaway here after Gustafson had recorded the first 2 outs rather easily. So 1st and 2nd for Hardaway, 2 down, and it brings up the right fielder, Johnny Webster. Webster, 2 for 6. Here's another look at it.
Mackey, just a nice, easy swing. Just serves it somewhere, tries to get a base hit. Good, easy, compact swing. Didn't try to kill the ball. He stayed within himself. And they're threatening yet again.
These have not been cheap hits. Green, Benefield, and Mackey have really gotten some rips on him here. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball down the right field line. That ball is out of here. 3-run homer, Johnny Webster. And Hardaway has jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
I want to see if Johnny did the pose that he did last night after he hit his grand slam. That was just a rocket.
Webster, his 2nd homer of the series in his 5th, 6th, and 7th RBI.
He did his pose again. Just a fastball right in his wheelhouse. He just turns on it. It's a laser off that awning out there. And he did his pose again, too. Dramatic pose. I love it.
And Parkview's in some deep trouble here in the top half of the 1st with 4 runs across for Hardaway. And of more concern, he's not fooling anybody. They are really ripping the ball.
Well, he's probably lost confidence in his breaking ball, so he's going all fastballs now. And Hardaway hitters are sitting on it. And again, we see a pitcher with a minuscule ERA getting roughed up in this series. Let's watch this finish off this swing. I love this. Oh, that's just a mash. He knew it right when he hit it.
3-run homer by Johnny Webster. And now Cade Pellifer comes to the plate. He's 2 for 5 in the series, has a homer and a 2-run double. Activity in the Parkview bullpen. Can't tell right from here who that is. We'll try to get an ID on that. Fastball strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Matt Knight in the Parkview bullpen. 0-1 pitch. Chopper down the 3rd baseline. That is a foul ball.
That was close.
That was close. And It's now 0-2 to Cade Culliver.
Close
There's
call,
Matt Knight.
Umpire's all over that and right on top of it. Just inches away from being a double. A lot of this damage with 2 out, too.
All of it. 0-2 pitch. Just outside, and the count is 1-2. Winner of this series will advance to the 5A final next week against either Roswell or Lassiter. 1-2 pitch. Bounced it up there. It's now 2-2. Of course, we will have that series for you next Saturday, June 1st, beginning at 5 o'clock. Two-two pitch. Popped him up. Green, the left fielder, now comes in. Makes the play. The side has finally been retired, but Hardaway scores 4 on the solo homer by Blake Green. And the 3-run bomb off the bat of Johnny Webster. We go to the bottom half of the first. Hardaway 4, Parkview coming to bat. And we are back at Panther Park at Parkview, and Parkview in a deep hole here as we go to the bottom of the first. 4 runs on the board for Hardaway as they come to bat. Let's take a look at the Panthers batting lineup. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue, McKee, Sturdivant, Francoeur, Howard, Peterson, Brown, Gustafson, Reddick, and Green. Your batting order here for the Parkview Panthers as they now try to pick up the sticks and rebound from a dreadful start.
Boy, those 2, 3, 4 hitters really have to get off the schneid today. Their collective 1 for 18, as we mentioned earlier, and that one was Jeff Francoeur's 50th career homer. It'll take more than that. They're in a hole.
Blake Green on the mound here for the Hardaway Golden Hawks, 2-1 on the season, 1.15 ERA. He's only worked 18 innings, allowed 13 hits. He has walked 4 and struck out 19. There's Johnny Webster, who had the big 3-run homer in the top half of the first inning. Played first base actually he was the DH last night, now playing right field. Mackey moves over to the left because Green comes in from left to pitch here for game number 3 of this series. Green, signee with University of Alabama Birmingham, has battled elbow and tendonitis problems all season long. That's why he's only thrown 18 innings this season, but did throw a 1-hitter against Harrison in the quarterfinals in game 3 of that series to clinch it for the Golden Hawks.
I guess if you're going to have limited action, you do get out there, might as well be in a game that counts and toss a 1-hitter.
Yeah, save it for the playoffs, and that's about what they've been able to do, and he has been on fire at the plate in the playoffs, and already in this ball game has hit a solo homer, giving him 3 in the series.
Pitching's all about rhythm, and it can kind of hurt you sometimes when you don't have a lot of innings. Granted, he did have that 1-hitter. That can bode well for Parkview, though. This is a guy that hasn't been out there much this year. But it's all about rhythm and getting your innings in and getting your work in, and he really hasn't had a chance to do that due to injury.
Kurt McKee leads things off for Parkview here in the bottom half of the first. 3 for 7, a double, run scored, 3 RBI in the series. Moved over to shortstop here for game 3 with Gustafson on the mound. First pitch to McKee. This time the count is 1-0.
It's kind of bizarre when your leadoff man's been basically your most productive guy in the series so far.
He's been doing his job. No one's picking him up. 1-0 pitch, missed inside. It's 2-0. McKee batting .403 on the season with 1 homer and 31 RBI.
Almost shocked Castello Chin isn't in the lineup. He had 3 hits, a homer, and 3 RBIs last night, but he's not hitting today.
That one missed low, and the count now 3-0. You're right. And for the season, Castello Chin batting .447 with 4 homers and 21 RBI. Not second guessing the coach. I mean, he coaches this team all year long, but I mean, the guy looks like he's swinging a stick right now. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Buck Buchanan's been doing this, 25 years? He's probably forgotten more baseball than I'll ever know. But still wonder why Chin's not in there, swinging a hot stick.
3-1. High fly ball. Left fielder Mackey comes in and goes over. Makes the play, 1 down.
Boy, McKee just missed that one. It's kind of in on his hands just a little bit, but he turned on it and got it up in the air. Just a little bit, just jammed him just a little bit. Look at that, right off his fist. Just missed the sweet spot. If he catches it on there, make it out of here.
Brings up the right fielder, Joey Sturdivant. Joey struggling in this series. 0 for 7. First pitch to him, in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. He did score a run, walked once, and struck out twice in this series. And his batting average has fallen from 379 to 353. Hit it off the end of the bat, out of play, and it's 0-2.
Not a very good swing there. He tried to pull an outside pitch. He was bailing out of it. He just steps into it. He can drive it into right field.
0-2 pitch. This time it's 1-2. You can hear the wind perhaps blowing right into our face right now.
It's actually the sound it makes when it blows in one of my ears and out the other.
Oh, is that what the noise is?
Whistling sound.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball struck him out. Nice pitch by Blake Green, his first strikeout of the afternoon, and there's 2 down to the end.
Boy, Sturdivant just looks all out of sorts at the plate. Not sure what he wants to do. That's a hanging pitch, too. He was fooled by it, though. It's like he's guessing fastball. He just looks out of sorts.
Brings up the center fielder, Jeff Francoeur. He has not had a very good series thus far. Did hit a 3-run homer, though. Takes this fastball inside. Count 1-0. It's all relative with Francoeur. A 3-run homer is pretty good, but he's also 1 for 7 on a strikeout. 1-0 pitch.
He's the type of guy that can come out and go 5 for 5 today, though. He's so explosive that way.
His average dropped 21 points in the series, from 485 to 464.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, exactly. 2-0 pitch. Missed inside, and it's 3-0 to Jeff Francoeur.
Look at him. He's not being quite as aggressive. He's working the count. Remember last night he was basically jumping on every first pitch. Now he's working the count. He's getting a little more patient.
3-0 pitch. Missed low. Oh, they called that a strike. I mean, I can't disagree with Jeff Francoeur there. He thought it was a ball. I thought it was a ball. It's 3-1. So he'll come back and do it again. 3-1. Right up underneath his chin. That is a ball, and he's going to go to first.
That was a close shave. It's like he had to kind of move his jaw just to keep from getting nicked by it.
Take another look at it right here.
This is kind of frightening. Fastball, too. Look at this. Whoa.
Barely got that cheekbone out of the way. Billy Howard now batting. Takes this one high, and it's 1-0.
All right, you got Francoeur on first 2 outs. You definitely send him, even down 5, I say. Try to get something going here.
Francoeur, their leading base stealer with 19.
You can't play station to station when your part of your order's struggling like this. You try to make something happen.
You saw the numbers on Billy. Billy's 0 for 4 in the series. Has walked 3 times though, so he's been choicey at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Fouled out of play, and it's 1-1. Billy batting .340 on the season with 5 homers and 31 RBI.
Green's got a good fastball today. They're getting around just a little bit late on it, with the exception of McKee, who led off that fly ball.
1-1. Missed outside. It's 2-1. Joe Baltus working the plate for this 3rd and deciding game of the series. Throw over to first. Oh,
that was close.
They thought they had him. Cade Cullifer actually threw the ball down on the ground back to his pitcher. Thought he had him. They want to appeal to the home plate umpire. I've never seen that.
I don't think he has that great a view of it. He may, though, with that angle, but first base umpire's on top of it.
I've never seen them appeal the pickoff to the home plate umpire. 2-1 pitch. Missed inside. It's 3-1.
A lot of times pitchers won't show you their best move until late in the ball game. That was probably Green's best move there, really quick over to first base.
He got it over there in a snap, that's for sure. 3-1 pitch. Missed high, and so 2 consecutive walks here. And the Panthers have a little bit of a rally going here, 1st and 2nd. And 2 down for the designated hitter, Brandon Peterson.
Stating the obvious, but nothing can erode a lead quicker than you start walking guys, because it's inevitable someone's going to get a big hit when you walk people.
Peterson 2 for 7 in the series, 2-run homer. First pitch to him, missed the fastball. Count is 0-1. Peterson on the season, .310, 4 homers and 24 RBI. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off the breaking ball, and it's 0-2. First and second for Parkview, but 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. Hardaway already leading 4-0. 0-2 pitch with the runners going, struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning for Blake Green, and the Parkview Panthers strand 2. He completed 1. Hardaway leads 4-0. Top half of the second. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Hardaway here after they sent 7 to the plate in the top half of the first and put 4 on the board. A couple of big home runs by Blake Green and Johnny Webster.
Matt, you were touching on something interesting in the break, talking about Hardaway boys have an edge to them. They do have an edge to them. These guys are battle-tested, battle-weary. A bit of a nasty demeanor, but you need that to survive as long as they have, despite the fact they've been facing elimination the whole playoffs, it seems like, and they're still here.
0-1 pitch to Trawick. Hit off the end of the bat, right to Gustafson, who makes the play, and there's 1 down. There's no question they fed off the emotion of being eliminated by Parkview a year ago. In fact, one of their assistant coaches was quoted in the Columbus paper. Alton White was quoted in the Columbus paper saying, "We've been waiting 365 days for a chance to get at these guys again." So that's been an emotion they've been working on all year long. Dwayne Donovan stands in. He pops this one up, first pitch. Shortstop McKee goes back. Francoeur comes in and waves him off, and there's 2 down on the end. Hardaway has not gotten a whole lot out of their bottom of the order, but they haven't really needed it with the way the other guys have been swinging the bat.
The opposite way, Parkview's got nothing out of the heart of their order, but their 7, 8, and 9 guys are like 7 for 14. Very productive at that end. Plus their leadoff hitter, Kurt McKee's been very productive for them as well.
So Paul Vasquez will stand in, struck out his first time up, back around to the top of the order. Vasquez batting .423 with 4 homers and 22 RBI.
Vasquez just a good guy to have in your line. Just a good, steady ball player. Solid defensively, like you said, .423 hitter. He's a leader.
Well, you look at their numbers. You would not know it by observing this series that they're not a power hitting team. They're more of a running team. They've got 4 players, double digits in stolen bases. Ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by McKee on the run, throws him out. And the sign has been retired. We'll continue that discussion a little later on. We go to the bottom of the second. Hardaway leads 4-0. We go now to the bottom half of the second. Hardaway leading 4-0. Take a look at our umpires working this contest. We already told you that Joe Baltus working home plate. Tony Williams is at first, Tom Wise at second, and Lamar Adams working at third for this third and final game of the series.
Getting back to Hardaway offensively, you're talking about how 4 of their guys have double digits in stolen bases. They play at Columbus State, a lot of their home games, and that's a college field with a lot bigger dimensions. And they've only had 37 homers all year, but in this series they've hit 8.
As I said early, I think in the first inning before they even started whacking them out again, they really have taken advantage of this smaller park.
Oh, they love it here.
David Brown stands in to lead things off here in the bottom half of the second. Chopper in the hole, shortstop gets to it, but he won't be able to make a play. That's going to be an infield hit for David Brown. And David Brown, one of the Panthers that has been swinging the bat fairly well. That's now his 4th hit and 8 at-bats in this series.
I wonder if this ball fooled Johnny Floyd. Looks like he kind of hesitated on it a little bit. That was his play to make. That's an almost impossible throw for a shortstop to make that deep in the hole. That's a really hard play to make. Looks like it fooled Johnny Floyd.
Throw over to first and get a nice move, and Brown is back. Brown with 3 stolen bases. Conversely, Francoeur is the only really base stealer on this team, at least as you look at these statistics. Only guy in double figures base stealing. Gustafson's had a pretty good series, 2 for 7, but he did hit a 2-run homer last night. He's driven in 4 runs.
He's been their most productive guy, he and McKee.
1. Just inside, it's 1-1 to Gustafson. One ball, 1 strike. David Brown over at first, throw over again. Game 3 of this best 2 out of 3 state semifinal series. Parkview won the opener 14-10 last night. 1-1 pitch, it's the outside corner. It's 1-2. Parkview came back, rather Hardaway came back in game 2 to win 7-2 to even the series at 1-1.
Hardaway just 1 bad inning away from winning the Soul Series, sweeping it last night.
Gave up 9 runs in the second inning of game 1, and going down swinging is Gustafson. That is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Blake Green.
Watch Blake Green here. Just a riding fastball. Look how that fastball rides us. A 2-seamer. Just rides right in on him. Can't catch up to it.
Matt Reddick stands in, playing 3rd base this afternoon, was the starting pitcher in game 2. This is his first trip to the plate in the series. Takes a fastball inside. The count is 1-0. Pitch just outside, and it's 2-0.
Reddick with a stance like that, he's vulnerable inside. I'd work him inside. Outside, he can go get that. When you step in, you can handcuff him.
Green's not afraid to pitch inside.
Mr. Francoeur learned that, didn't he?
He's an aggressive pitcher. He likes to bring it up underneath the chin every once in a while to make a statement. 2-0 pitch, breaking ball strike, and it's 2-1.
Boy, he's got good stuff today. Good movement on his fastball, sharp breaking ball.
There you see the lead throw over. He's back. Winner of this series advances to the 5A finals. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball up in the air. That ball is gone. 2-run homer, Matt Reddick. And he has cut Hardaway's lead in half to make it 4-2. For Reddick, his 6th homer of the season, and RBIs number 22 and 23. And the Hardaway advantage has been cut in half.
Let's see what he got a hold of here. It's a breaking ball, hanging a little bit. It was hanging just a little bit. He caught it about belt high and just running over the scoreboard. I think it's a kiss of death every time I think it's like the 4th time I've said the pitcher had good stuff and the next pitch is hit over the wall.
You see some of the fans taking relief from the heat here this afternoon. Andrew Green stands in, number 9 hitter in the Parkview order. Different ball game now. 4-2, takes a pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. Green is 2 for 4 in the series. Scored a run, walked a couple of times. 1-0 pitch, strike at the knees. Counts 1-1. So that's a big wrap by Reddick. Really changes things around. 1-1 pitch. Missed outside. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch, breaking ball, called strike on the inside corner. It's 2-2.
Late breaking ball there. Pitcher, the hitter's bailing out and catches the inside corner.
2-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Count remains 2-2.
Working the plate well. He gets him with that inside breaking ball, and he comes to the fastball down and away. So spread it out good.
2-2 pitch. Hit down the line. That's a fair ball. It's going to rattle around in the left field corner. And Green is going to pull in at second with a double.
Yeah, another breaking ball kind of left up. He's got to get that down. Here he doesn't watch this. Leaves it up just a little bit. He just jumps all over it.
Stand up double for Andrew Green.
Well, that left field corner can be kind of iffy. The warm-up bullpen mounds are right there almost against the fence. It's kind of hard to play the carom down there. A lot of times you end up having to go get it. And that can sometimes give a base runner an extra base if you don't know how to play it correctly.
Now Coach White out to talk with Blake Green.
All right, tell him to get that breaking ball down.
So back around top of the order now for Kurt McKee. He flew out to left field his first time up.
On a pitch you just missed him, I kind of got him on the fist just a little bit. He got it up in the air. That's all sometimes you have to do here at Parkview, just get it up in the air.
McKee batting .403, 1 homer and 31 RBI. Has a chance to bring in a runner right here with a 2-out hit. First pitch to McKee inside. It's 1-0. Now if his pattern holds to form, he's going to come back outside. He likes to throw it up there, up under the elbows, and then come back outside. Let's watch and see if he does it again. 1-0 pitch. Nope, fastball right down the middle. It's 1-1.
Green is getting up there in pitches too. You wonder how much energy he's going to have by not being out there. He's not really in shape for pitching.
1-1. Ripped right to the third baseman. Green gets back, and there's 2 down on the inning. I think I said a few moments ago when the 2 down hit, there was only 1 down. Now there's 2 down on the line drive. And now Sturdivant. He's the one who needs to come up with a 2-out hit for Parkview. Sturdivant 0 for 8 in the series. Struck out his first time up. First pitch to Sturdivant. Fouled off. Count is 0-1.
It always feels good to foul one right off your ankle. Sting a little bit. It'll hurt more tomorrow than it does today.
And it'll hurt even more tomorrow if you don't win.
It's tough when you're 0 for 8. You know, every time up at the plate you strike out or ground out or fly out, it gets tougher and tougher to get a base hit. You get more and more aggressive. You grip the bat a little tighter. It's just tough to crawl out of it.
At the same time, you can use psychology to work for you, because if you're 0 for 8 and you're a .353 hitter like he is, you got to figure you're due. 0-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
I really like the way Green is dealing with the runner on second base, giving him various looks so he doesn't get that big of a lead. He's not in a pattern. He's looking him back. He's faking a stride back to second. He's doing a good job with that.
0-2 pitch, missed time. 1-2 to Sturdivant. 2 down here, 2 in for Parkview. Hardaway leads 4-2, bottom of the second.
It's a good job by Sturdivant. Most times when guys are in a slump, they swing at that high inside pitch and miss it.
1-2 pitch, foul back. Count remains 1-2.
Not a bad at bat for him. He's battling up there. He's being picky. He's waiting for his pitch. He's hanging. Never easy to do when you're in a slump, though. He's doing it.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Green down at second. He doubled to get there. Sturdivant at the plate. Green at the belt. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4. Sturdivant has been his victim twice. We go to the third. Hardaway's lead has been cut to 4-2. We go now to the top of the third. Hardaway leading Parkview 4-2. Hardaway with their 4 in the top of the first. Parkview with their 2 in the bottom half of the second. Ernest, Green, and Benefield due up for Gustafson here to start the third. First pitch to Ernest. Just inside, it's 1-0. Ernest flew out to center his first time up. 3 for 8 in the series. 2-0. Strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1.
Ernest has been a get-on-base guy and score, set the table. So it's a good man to have leading off an inning.
1-1 pitch. Called strike, and it's 1-2.
Kind of a liberal strike zone as far as the outside corner goes.
Joe Baltus working the plate. 1-2 pitch. A little tight. Count now 2-2 to Ryan Ernest.
It's a good waste pitch. Just kind of check him off the plate just a little bit. He may try to come outside again too, and it may be beneficial because outside seems to be a rather liberal place to throw it as far as strikes are concerned.
2-2 just did get a piece of it to stay alive.
And he did go outside on that pitch too.
Catch the replay of this Game 3 Monday night at 7 o'clock here on TV 33. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit to the shortstop McKee, deep in the hole. Fires and got him. Nice strong throw by Kurt McKee. And there's one down in the inning.
Boy, Billy Howard's kind of a thick kid, but he's pretty limber over there at first base. Good stretch. Pretty hard throw. Look at that. Look at that stretch.
Nice stretch.
It's a pretty big
Billy
kid
Howard.
doing that too. If I did that, my pelvic bone would just shatter.
Brings up the pitcher, Blake Green. Strike on the outside corner. Green 4 for 9 in the series, 3 homers, 9, make that 6 RBI and 4 runs scored.
Yeah, he hit a hanging breaking ball out last time at bat.
0-1 pitch. Missed outside, and it's 1-1.
They're going to try to keep him outside, maybe outside with hard stuff.
Gustafson. 1-1 pitch.
Another outside fastball.
It's low, and it's now 2-1.
This is kind of a passive-aggressive pitch around him. If he walks him, fine. Don't want to let him hurt him again.
2-1 pitch. Just outside. 3-1 now to Blake Green.
It's like he's trying to throw a circle changer. He didn't have his grip established when he went to his windup, though. He's still fidgeting with the ball when he did his leg kick, and he kind of got away from him.
3-1 pitch. Off people 5.
I still say that was sort of on purpose, kind of pitching around him. If he's going to hit me, he's going to hit my outside fastball.
That is the first walk given up by Gustafson in this contest. Only his 12th. Only his 12th this season in over 70 innings.
Which leads you to really believe that maybe he was doing it on purpose.
Blake Lines now on running. Courtesy runner for Blake Green. Lines scored 3 runs last night. Courtesy running. Benefield stands in, singled and scored his first time up. First pitch to Benefield missed high. Count 1-0. Benefield 4 for 8 in the series. Scored 5 runs.
That's the thing about Hardaway in this series. All their home runs have come with people on base, and those are always nice to have. Solo homers are great, but you get a 2-3 run homer, oh, you gotta love that. And that's what they've done.
1-0 pitch. Got a piece of it. Count is 1-1. Only in high school baseball can you have a line like this. Blake Lines has 1 at-bat all season long, but he scored 12 runs.
Or who was that professional pinch runner for the Oakland A's back in the early 70s?
Yeah.
Can't think of his name.
UL Washington.
Oh, nice. See, I can throw obscurities out like that because I know you'll pick me up and come up with a name.
1-1. Strike, and the count is 1-2. One-two pitch, called strike 3.
There's that outside pitch. You go fishing out there enough, you're eventually going to get it. Good pitch.
Gustafson, second strikeout of the afternoon.
It's a good old-fashioned fastball. Might have been a little outside, but a lot of times if you just hit the catcher's target, you'll get that call. And, of course, it's not where he catches it. It's where it crosses the plate.
Brings up the left fielder, Dan Mackey. He singled and scored his first time up.
Gustafson finding a bit of a groove here.
Mackey 5 for 8 in the series. A couple of homers, 4 RBI, and 4 runs scored. 0-1 pitch. Hit down the line. Is that fair or foul? It's going to be caught on the run by Sturdivant. And in the inning. So Hardaway gets a man aboard, can do nothing with it. We go to the bottom of the third. Hardaway still leads 4-2. Bottom of the third, Jeff Francoeur, Billy Howard, and Brandon Peterson due up for the Parkview Panthers. 4-2, Hardaway leading in this contest.
And Blake Green had a big strikeout of Joey Sturdivant in the last inning. That way Francoeur leads off. You don't want him up there with people on base. I don't care if he's 1 for 12 or 1 for 15. Always dangerous.
Francoeur did walk his first time up. They pitched him very carefully. Talking to a couple of scouts before the ball game, Major League scouts, predicting that Francoeur would go late in the first round.
Yeah, I was telling you before the game,
The Major League Baseball amateur draft, if people don't know what we're talking about, the kid's going to go late in the first round, according to the scouts I spoke to earlier. And of course, they may or may not be right, but he's going to be a high draft pick.
Baseball America's mock draft, and I use that term mock. I emphasize that. He is slated to go 23 to the Braves. But, no one really ever knows. That's what Baseball America says.
2-0 pitch, 3-0. That'd be nice to see the Atlanta Braves get a shot at the local kid.
Always good to see local boy make good.
Well, they took a couple of local kids last year early. Josh Burris out of Wheeler High School, the shortstop. They drafted him. Richard Lewis out of
the comedian?
Out of Georgia Tech, second baseman.
Sherholtz's son was a late courtesy pick sort of thing, too. He's playing at Auburn.
3-1, missed high. It really wasn't a courtesy pick. As Francoeur draws the walk. He was drafted 37th round of the 1999 draft. The kid's a good player. He started 3 years at Auburn and batting over 300 at Auburn this season as a junior. He'll come back for his senior year. But
saying I dissed Mr. Sherholtz and his son?
Sherholtz doesn't make the picks, but first pitch to Billy Howard. Misses high. I'm just saying that, they didn't just pick him because he was Sherholtz's son. The guy can play. There's no doubt about it. There was some connection there. We're not dumb. But.
Well, Mike Piazza was drafted as a favor.
Yes, he was. That's true. 1-0. High fly ball. Center fielder Ernest comes over and comes in. Both of them call for it, and the left fielder Mackey steps in front of Ernest at the last moment and makes the grab, and there's one down in the inning.
Well, that almost looked very dangerous from over here. Got to communicate out there.
Brings up the designated hitter, Brandon Peterson. Runner going, throw down to second, and he is in there with the stolen base. So Francoeur picks up his 20th stolen base of the season.
Good throw, may have had him.
So Francoeur moves into scoring position with his stolen base. One down in the inning. First pitch to Peterson, by the way, was a ball. 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. Ernest goes back. Francoeur is going to tag. He's going to test his arm. Here comes the throw, and Francoeur is going to get in there easily, standing up. So some heads up there on the fly ball to center field by Francoeur, and now he's at third for the second baseman, David Brown. But of course, the idea behind being able to advance on that play, now you're at third, a pass ball, something like that, gets you home without the benefit of a hit. Of course, Parkview would like a hit from Brown right here. Fouls it back. Counts 0-1.
That's right. It's always good to take the extra base.
Brown, by the way, the hottest hitter for Parkview in this series. He's 4 for 8. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Francoeur came sprinting down the third base line as Green was in his delivery, but it did not rattle him. 0-2 pitch, ripped in the hole, shortstop up with it, long throw, and he's safe, run scores. They're going to score that an infield hit, and I agree with that. RBI single for David Brown, and Parkview has cut Hardaway's lead to 4-3.
It's just a tough play to make that deep in the hole. I wonder if the first baseman committed to a stretch before he knew where the ball was. That's why he got up on him. Yeah, see, he kind of stretched towards the pitcher's mound, and then he had to stretch and try to backhand that ball. You got to kind of wait and see where the ball's going to go, then stretch. All in one motion, try to get it.
Brings up Gustafson, takes a strike, and the count is 0-1. So the infield single by David Brown cuts Hardaway's lead to 4-3 as the Panthers manufacture a run right there. 0-1, foul back to the screen. So here's how they manufactured that run. Francoeur draws the walk, steals second, moves to third on the fly ball by Peterson, scores on the infield single by David Brown.
Station to station.
Look at that, Jeff Francoeur just scored. Now he's out in the bullpen throwing. Mr. Everything. Time is called as a ball gets away from the Parkview dugout.
He's going to relieve me here in the broadcast booth in the fifth inning as well. He's going to do everything today.
Actually, the ball came down from the bullpen. Between innings, he'll be flipping burgers.
No offense to those that do, but I don't think that'll be his vocation. He's going to get going places.
0-2 pitch was tied. It's 1-2. So we'll see if they're going to make the pitching change right here in the next inning. You have to figure that that's the plan. They wouldn't have him down there in the bullpen warming up for nothing. Just for the heck of it. 1-2 pitch, runner going. Fouled out of play. They'll come back and do it again.
Always a good idea to send that runner with 2 outs. First, you never want to make the last out at third, but making it second, that's okay.
Gustafson struck out his first time up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 in here for Parkview as the Panthers have cut Hardaway's lead to 4-3. One-two pitch. Chopped foul over into the Panther dugout and out. Hardaway scored 4 in the first. Parkview has been chipping away here. 2 in the second, 1 in the third.
Gustafson not happy with himself swinging at that last pitch. It was kind of up around his shoulders.
1-2 pitch. Called strike 3.
Drop down sidearm. Excellent pitch.
Strikeout number 5 for Blake Green, but the Panthers manufacture a run on the infield single by David Brown. We go to the 4th. Hardaway leads 4-3.
Watch Blake Green here. Just drop down sidearm. Always give a hitter a different look. It just freezes him. It's an excellent job of pitching.
Johnny Webster leading things off for Hardaway here in the top half of the 4th. Takes the first one for a ball. The count is 1-0. So Hardaway, after jumping out to a 4-0 lead, has seen their lead trimmed to 1 here in the top half of the 4th. Another deep fly ball, and again, Johnny Webster stops to pose. That ball is gone. His 3rd home run of the series.
That landed somewhere down near the football practice field, which is a long way away from here. That cleared that pavilion out there in right field.
At some point, you're just going to have to stop pitching to Haas. He led into that thing. Solo homer for Johnny Webster, his 3rd homer of the series, and that now gives him 8 RBI in the series.
Just up in his wheelhouse again, just a bit above belt high, and he does the dramatic pose. You need to get down to first or the next one may end up in your ear. Nope. Pitchers never love to see that. That was such a majestic blast, though. I think you may ought to let him pose like that. That was something else.
5-3 now. Hardaway has rebuilt a 2-run lead. 3 of their 5 hits have left the yard. Cade Cullifer now batting, takes the first pitch for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Hit this off the end of his bat, foul. The count now 0-2. As we mentioned earlier, Hardaway's got a bit of an edge to him. They're a cocky bunch. You saw him, not only did after he hit the home run he posed, if you follow through on that replay, I mean, I don't know that he said anything to Gustafson, but he certainly took a long stare out at his position.
I wouldn't do that either, because next time up, chin music, Adam's apple music, whatever you want to call it. You just don't ever want to do that.
1-2 pitch. Weak tapper back to Gustafson. Throws on to first, one down on the inning.
That ball had to have gone almost 400 feet, though. That was unbelievable.
At the plate for the Hawks, catcher.
Brings up the catcher, Justin Trawick. He grounded out to the pitcher his last time up, and Trawick is 0 for 6 in the series. Chopper back up the middle. McKee, nice play, but then trips.
Oh, he throws him out if he doesn't trip right there, too. Nice play just to get to that ball, though. And you want your shortstop to get to that one, too, because his momentum's going towards first base.
They will give him a hit on that play, and I agree with that.
Another look at it, watch this. If he doesn't stumble, he throws him out. Just had to extend a little bit too much. Good job getting there, though.
Courtesy runner for the Hawks is number 3, Jeremy Williams. And at the plate, second baseman, number
Jeremy
2,
Williams will be the courtesy runner for Justin Trawick. Brings up the second baseman, Dwayne Donovan. He flew out his first time up, and he is 0 for 3 in the series. Fouled out of play, and the count's 0-1.
I think that one went close to my car, too. With my luck, it probably did.
0-1 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Green goes back on it a couple of feet. Over to his left, drifting, makes the play. 2 down in the inning. Back around top of the order, Paul Vasquez.
Hawks shortstop, number 1, Paul Vasquez.
He's 0 for 2 in the series. Make that 0 for 2 this afternoon. He is 2 for 9 in the series. Struck out and grounded out here in game number 3. Nice pitch, count 0-1 on the strike.
These Hardaway folks have some pretty creative noisemakers. It's like they invaded Fred Sanford's lot and just picked up anything that will make some racket.
0-1 pitch. Another fly ball. Green comes in this time. Now has to really come in hard, and he makes the play after misjudging it. Recovers nicely, and the side has been retired. But Hardaway does score another run on the homer by Johnny Webster. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Golden Hawks lead Parkview 5-3.
It's Johnny Webster again, belt high, goodbye. Oh, that's just a laser shot. Of course, he knew it. See, kind of little stare down of the pitcher there.
Third homer of the series for Johnny Webster. There he is, 8 RBI. He's got a little flash about him, doesn't he? Likes to put on a show.
He certainly has. 3 homers in this series. Nothing cheap about any of them either.
Matt Reddick, Andrew Green, and Kurt McKee due up for Parkview here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And again, the Parkview Panthers find themselves down by a couple of runs. One scoring change from back in the 3rd inning. Initially had been scored a single on the hit by David Brown, but they've changed that now to an error on the shortstop, an E6, which allowed Francoeur to score.
I think that's a wise change, too. I think a good throw would have had him. They would have been out of the inning.
So the run, therefore, was unearned. for Parkview. Nonetheless, on the board, it's 5-3. First pitch inside to Reddick. The count is 1-0.
I really like the way Blake Green is not afraid to pitch inside. You've got to do that.
1-0 pitch. It's low, it's 2-0. Reddick, a 2-run homer his first time up in the series. Wide open stance. 2-0 pitch. Hit. First baseman gloves it, tosses to the pitcher. Green on the cover. There's one down.
Nice job by Green. That's never a really easy play for a pitcher to make, to get over there. Watch this again on a ground ball like that as a pitcher. You run straight to the baseline, and then you turn up towards the bag. Look at that. Perfectly done. Hit that bag and get out of the way so you don't get spiked.
Well,
Excellent.
it's the one time in baseball where you're trying to hit a moving target with your throw. I mean, it's an abnormality. It's an aberration to what you normally do in baseball, which is throw to a base, throw to a guy who's standing there, a cutoff man, or whatever the case may be. And this is the only time in baseball that I can think of, right off the top of my head, where you're tossing to a guy who's on the move. Sometimes on second base, if you're hitting the second baseman before he reaches the bag on a double play, if you're a short to second or a third to second.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest throw to make, too. A lot of pitchers get their shortstops in trouble when they hit them right on the bag. You need to get the ball to them a few feet to the left side of the bag so they can find the bag and make the throw and get out of the way of the runner who's bearing down on them.
But generally speaking, in baseball, you're throwing to a stationary target.
Point well taken. I wasn't arguing with it.
1-1 pitch. Missed a little high, and it's 2-1 to Andrew Green, who doubled his first time up.
Again, he's getting that breaking ball a little bit high. He's been hurt by that, too. Needs to get it down.
Green 3 for 5 of the series. Took a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2.
Now's another good time to drop down sidearm. If you're not used to seeing that, it's hard to pick up the ball if you're a right-handed pitcher throwing sidearm to a right-handed batter. You don't want to do that to a left-handed batter, though.
2-2. Check swing fouled off, stays alive. It's 2-2, or stays 2-2, I should say. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Winner of this series moves on to the 5A State Championship Series against Roswell or Lassiter at either one of those schools next week. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out.
Sidearm again.
6th strikeout for Blake Green.
It's just all about giving a batter a different look. Drops down sidearm, can't catch up to him. You get a little bit more movement that way, too. Get a different type of movement that the hitter hasn't seen.
Brings up Kurt McKee. 2 out in the inning. Tried to lay down a bunt or thought about it. Took a strike and the count is 0-1. If you missed portions of this game 3 or just want to see it again, we'll have the replay of this series finale coming up Monday night at 7 o'clock on TV 33. 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Count now 0-2 to Kurt McKee, who was 0 for 2 this afternoon.
Boy, McKee thought that was right down the middle, and it just broke off at the last millisecond, and that's what caused him to foul it off. Green is getting nice late movement on his pitches, his fastball.
3 for 9 in the series. Chopped it foul. Count remains 0-2. Activity down in the Parkview bullpen. It's not Francoeur, though. 0-2. This time it's 1-2.
What the method is behind it. Is it some sort of subtle chess game they're playing?
1-2 pitch. Sidearm missed high and tight. Count 2-2.
When he drops down sidearm, it really rides in on a right-handed batter. That's why he almost swung through it.
2-2 pitch. Missed high and outside. It's now full at 3-2.
Another thing he can do is step to the far left side of the rubber, drop down sidearm. He could backdoor him on the outside corner with a fastball and get strike 3.
Payoff pitch. Hit sharply and foul down the right field line.
It's amazing just a couple of inches of lateral movement on the rubber can create all sorts of different movement as far as plate location.
Matt Reddick is warming up in the Parkview bullpen. Started game 2 last night. Currently in the lineup, third baseman, too. 3-2 pitch, foul back. So they had center fielder Jeff Francoeur warming up last inning. They have Matt Reddick, the third baseman, warming up this inning. So I think they're keeping their their doors open.
Getting everybody loose.
Keeping their options available. Making sure everybody's ready to come in and from their position and pitch if they have to. 3-2 pitch. Hit down the right field line, and that's past Webster. It's going to bounce off the wall. And in with a stand-up double is Kurt McKee.
Yeah, Webster misplayed that one pretty badly there. He came in on it. He got a late jump on it as well. Pretty catchable ball.
And I tell you what, I think they just figured something out right here that Johnny Webster's not the most fleet of foot.
The glacial Johnny Webster.
He can hit the ball. He can do that, but he's not necessarily the best, the speediest outfielder. You might want to try to hit that ball to right field and try to make a play on it. That's just the honest fact. He did not react quickly to that ball hit to right field.
Well, you criticize the speed, but by the same token, you prop him up as far as his power at the plate. So it's all good. But he came in on that ball when he should have gone back.
Castello Chin now coming up here. It looks like Chin is going to pinch hit for Sturdivant. And now Coach White out to talk to Blake Green. Chin batting .447 on the season with 4 homers and 21 RBI, but only 38 at-bats. He was 3 for 3 last night with a homer and a double and 3 RBI.
Boy, if I'm Joey Sturdivant, I really want to play next week. That 0 for 8 that he has in this series, you can't be feeling too good about that.
Castello Chin, our player of the game from Game 1 last night, pinch hitting here in the 4th.
He showed a lot of toughness last night, giving up a lot of runs, but he did some damage with the bat, and he just stayed with it. And he was able to help his team get a win. That's all you ask.
McKee down at second. He just doubled. There's 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th, though. Chin takes a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1. To further your illustration, Chin had given up 10 earned runs all season. He gave up 10 earned runs last night. He doubled it in one night. But he got the victory. He was able to hang tough for him. 0-1 pitch. Takes that one low. Counts 1-1 to Castello Chin.
Well, an ugly win is a win nonetheless, just like what do you call the guy that graduates last in his medical class? Doctor.
1-1 pitch. High fly ball,
That's
deep
gone.
left field. Mackey at the wall, watches it go, and this game is tied.
Buck Buchanan looks like a genius now. Inserts a pinch hitter. Hits a home run to tie the game.
You take the words right out of my mouth. Buchanan pinch hits Castello Chin, and he just tied the game with a 2-run homer to left field. Take another look at it.
Up and away, he just goes with the pitch. Great job of hitting.
And you talked about this last night, his power being, even though he's batting to the left side, his power being to left field. And this game is tied at 5, and now here's Jeff Francoeur.
A lot of times the hitter will try to pull that pitch. What happens in you is going to shallow fly out to right field, but he went with it and drove it out of here.
Francoeur fouls this one back, and he had thoughts of giving Parkview the lead with one swing. So Hardaway, after taking a 4-0 lead, has watched as Parkview has climbed back to 5-5. As Francoeur misses on that fastball, and it's 0-2. Francoeur has walked twice in this ball game, scored in the 3rd, also had a stolen base.
Good time for a changeup. He's swinging so aggressively.
0-2. Francoeur thought about it, held off, and the count is 1-2.
Even just a straight changeup. He is so geeked up on fastball trying to drive it out of here. You throw him a changeup, he'll be way early on it. He is ripe for a changeup right now.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Parkview has climbed back into a 5-5 tie on the 2-run homer by Castello Chin. One-two pitch. Fly ball, deep right field. Webster goes back. That ball is gone over the batting cage. And Parkview leads 6-5. A solo homer off the bat of Jeff Francoeur. His second homer of the series. And Parkview has come off the deck in a 4-0 deficit to take a 6-5 lead in this third and deciding game of the series.
Outside pitch again, just goes with it, doesn't try to pull it. Boy, the ball carries here. Look at that, all the way over the pavilion out there.
For Francoeur, his 12th homer of the season and RBI number 42, and I don't know that he's had one bigger than that this year.
51st homer of his career, too. That's an impressive number.
6-5, Parkview has come back from a 4-run deficit to reclaim the lead. Actually, to claim the lead. They have never led in this contest. In fact, they haven't led since game 1. And Billy Howard stands in. See activity beginning in the Hardaway bullpen as Howard takes this one outside. It's 2-0. Steve Wallace, who pitched last night briefly for Hardaway, headed down to the bullpen.
Wallace might be the freshest arm they have available.
2-0 pitch.
Pitched last night.
Just outside, it's 3-0, and now Green perhaps has run out of gas. Had struck out 6 coming into the 4th, and actually struck out 1 here. That's a strike, and the count is 3-1. It struck out 5 coming into this inning, struck out Andrew Green for the second out, but has since given up a double to McKee, 2-run homer to Chin, and a solo homer to Francoeur. 3-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball. Webster going over as the center fielder Ernest is there, though. And the side is retired. But Parkview does score 3 on a 2-run homer by Chin and a tie-breaking homer by Jeff Francoeur. We go to the 5th, and Parkview has the lead. We go now to the top half of the 5th in a different ball game. Parkview now with 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. It's taken a 6-5 lead on Hardaway. New pitcher for the Panthers is Matt Reddick, who pitched briefly last night. Reddick went 2 innings last night, was the starting pitcher, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, no walks, and no strikeouts. Relieves Gustafson, who would be the winning pitcher if Parkview can hold on here. Ryan Ernest leads things off for Hardaway. Takes a strike, and the count is 0-1.
Granted, a forgettable night for Reddick last night, but look at that strikeouts to walks ratio. It's 46 strikeouts, 9 walks. You got to earn it against him.
0-1, ripped down the line. That's going to be a double as Ernest touches first, is headed for second. Here comes the throw, and Ernest is in there standing up.
So I guess Ernest earned it.
He did. Inauspicious start for Matt Reddick. And here comes Buck Buchanan. He might make a change right here. Yeah, he is. He's going to bring in Francoeur to pitch. So Reddick faces one batter. That's enough for Buchanan to determine that he's not got his stuff. So Francoeur is going to come in and pitch. And we're going to have a new outfielder here for Parkview. Nolan Childers is going to check in left field. And looks like Andrew Green's going to go to center. So Jeff Francoeur now comes on. Hit the tie-breaking home run, and now they're going to put the ball in his hand to try to nail down the victory and pick up the save.
You wonder if that's almost a knee-jerk reaction by Buck Buchanan, but he looked like a genius in the last half of the inning when Chin comes on to pinch hit and hits a 2-run homer to tie it. So not going to question him yet.
Final line on Tim Gustafson, by the way. 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. As you took a look at Francoeur's numbers for the season, 2-1 on the season with a save, 3.31 ERA. He's worked 12 and 2/3 innings, given up 14 hits, walked 4 and struck out 14. This is his 10th appearance of the season in relief. Comes on with the tying run at second base. And there you see the activity in the Hardaway bullpen. Johnny Floyd down there, as well as Steve Wallace. And here is the starting pitcher, Blake Green. 1 for 1 today. Solo homer in the first, walked in the third. Green, 4 for 9 in the series with 3 home runs. Matt Knight again goes to the Parkview bullpen. Francoeur facing Green. Fly ball hit to right field. Charging, making the play is Castello Chin, and there's 1 down in the inning.
Nothing fancy about Francoeur. He just comes in and throws it.
Brings up the designated hitter, Brent Benefield, who is 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the first, struck out looking in the third. So the outfield now for Parkview. Childers in left, Green in center, and Chin in right. First pitch, chopper hit to Brown, the second baseman. Easy hop, throws to first for the second out as Ernest moves over to third base.
It's just a good job by Francoeur. Just come in, throw strikes, let your defense work for you. Nothing fancy.
Brings up Dan Mackey, the left fielder. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the first and flew out in the third. 5 for 9 in the series. Fouled it back into the glove of the catcher, DJ King. The count is 0-1. There you see Ernest at third base. He's the tying run. Francoeur wants to strand him there. Pitch missed outside, and it's 1-1. 6-5, Parkview leading Hardaway. Top half of the 5th here in the third and deciding game of the state semifinal series. 1-1 pitch. Fastball fouled back, and the count is 1-2. Johnny Webster, with 2 home runs already today, stands on deck. 1-2 pitch. This tie, it's 2-2. Jeff Francoeur on in relief of Tim Gustafson and Matt Reddy. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. And the side has been retired. So Hardaway gets a leadoff double but can do nothing with it. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Parkview leading Hardaway 6-5. We go now to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Parkview leading Hardaway by a score of 6-5. You see the Parkview fans here hoping to witness another trip to the state championship series. Brandon Peterson leading things off here for Parkview. He's 0 for 2 here in game number 3. Struck out in the first and flew out in the third.
Hardaway still has Steve Wallace loosening up down in their bullpen.
Peterson 2 for 9 in the series. Came in batting .310 with 4 homers and 24 RBI. First pitch. Inside, and the count is 1-0.
I almost wonder if Wallace has thrown about 9 innings in the bullpen down there. It's taking him a while to get loose. May not be a great sign.
Green. Blake Green working for Hardaway. 6 strikeouts, ran into trouble in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. It's low and it's 2-0, and Green not as sharp as he had been in the earlier innings.
Matt, he's starting to look just a little tired, a little physically tired.
2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff hitter here in the 5th. Strike at the knees, and the count is 2-1.
Believe it or not, sometimes when you're tired physically, it helps your breaking stuff.
Two 1 pitch. It's low, and it's 3-1. And I'm thinking if he walks Peterson right here, that they might go to the bullpen. 3-1 pitch. Line drive back up the middle, base hit for Brandon Peterson. Peterson's first hit of the afternoon.
So Wallace now looks ready down there. He's just kind of lobbing it back and forth to his bullpen catcher. See what they do.
And it brings up the second baseman, David Brown, who was 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the second, reached on an error in the third. Courtesy runner Jeff Zachman for Brandon Peterson.
Second baseman, number 3, David Brown.
They're leaving Blake Green in there.
So David Brown stands in. Four for 9 in the series. And now here comes Tracy Powell, and here I believe this is going to be the pitching change. The infield gathers at the mound, along with catcher Justin Trawick. Powell talking things over right now. There you see Wallace warming up in the bullpen. Powell's going to stay with him. So Powell did not go out there with his mind made up. (6-5) Parkview leading Hardaway here, bottom half of the 5th inning in Game 3 of this best 2 out of 3 series. Parkview won the opener 14-10 last night with a big 9-run second inning. Brent Benefield pitched a great game for Hardaway in the nightcap. Golden Hawks won that one 7-2 to force a third and deciding game that you are now watching. Winner of this series, winner of this game, advances to the 5A State Championship Series next week against either Roswell or Lassiter. That series being played today as well. Lassiter, the 1-0 lead in that series after winning the first game 4-3 yesterday. And you'll be able to see that 5A Championship Series right here on TV 33. 2 or 3 games, however many it takes, starting Saturday, June 1st at 5 o'clock here on your hometown television. Reminder to you as well, if you're watching on Saturday night, we'll have a replay of this game 3 Monday night at 7 o'clock. First pitch to Brown is a strike, and the count is 0-1.
Good breaking ball. He's a little fatigued, but it's helping his breaking ball.
Throw over to first. Zachman did not have a very big lead.
That meeting head coach Tracy Powell had with the home plate umpire kind of gave Green a chance to recharge his batteries just a little bit.
0-1, popped it up, shallow, right field. Webster coming on, and he cannot make the play, falls in front of him, and Zachman stops at second. And there's runners at first and second, a little Texas Leaguers, they like to call it. And again, like I said before, I mean, you take advantage of everything you can, and Webster cannot cover a lot of ground in right field, and it was shown right there on the little pop-up that he couldn't get to.
Playing really deep as well. And that Jeff Francoeur homer to the opposite field may have made him want to cheat back a little bit more. Otherwise, he may be able to make that play. He was playing extremely deep.
Brings up Gustafson, the shortstop. 0 for 2 today. They pop that one up, and it's out of play. The count's 0-1. Gustafson started the game on the mound and went the first 4 innings And he stands to win this game if Parkview can hold on. He is the pitcher of record, the winning pitcher of record for Parkview. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, got a piece of it, fouled it off into King's mitt. Counts 0-2, Treywick's mitt rather. Zachman's down at second base, running for Peterson. Brown's at first. Couple of singles here, nobody out. Called strike 3. Gustafson goes down, looking for the second consecutive trip to the plate. Strikeout number 7 for Green.
Another good breaking pitch. Watch this. Just kind of freezes him. Perfect 2-strike pitch. Well done.
Brings up Nolan Childers, who came in to play left field in the top half of the 5th inning.
Third baseman playing so deep. Childers wants to drop one down.
Time had been called by home plate umpire Joe Baltus before Blake Green could deliver the pitch. Brown's at first, Sackman's at second. One down here in the bottom half of the 5th. Parkview looking to add to their 6-5 lead. Nolan Childers at the plate. Takes it high, and the count is 1-0. Childers' first trip to the plate did score 3 runs as a courtesy runner in the doubleheader last night. 1-0 pitch. Swung on a miss. The count is 1-1. Childers only batting .136 on the season with no homers and 3 RBI. He has only 22 at-bats on the season.
Another reason for him to maybe lay down a bunt, not necessarily as a sacrifice, but for a single. Third baseman's playing kind of deep. He probably beat it out.
1-1 pitch, hitting.
Well, that works even better. Take one for the team.
That one got away from him. Been pitching inside all day. Green did not want to do that. The bases are now loaded for Andrew Green. Take another look at it.
Just simply got away from him.
So Andrew Green now batting with the bases loaded and a chance to blow this game open for Parkview. Green 1 for 2. Doubled in the second, struck out in the 4th.
This might do it here.
And here comes Tracy Powell, and this is going to do it. Going to make that pitching change. Let's see if they keep, they're going to go to Johnny Floyd, the third baseman. They're going to let him pitch. Blake Green comes out of the game. I'm surprised let's see what they do here as far. Yeah, they're going to put Blake Green in the outfield. I was getting ready to say, he went to the dugout. Didn't think they were going to take him out of the game. They're going to take Johnny Webster out at right. They're probably going to put Green out in left and move Mackey over to right. Johnny Floyd comes in to pitch here for Blake Green after he loads the bases. So the line on Blake Green incomplete as it stands right now. He's worked 4 1/3. He has given up 8 hits, the 6 runs. 5 of them are earned, although all of the batters on base right now, all the runners on base right now are Green's responsibility and would be charged to him if they score. He's gave up 2 walks, struck out 7, and he hit the last batter that he faced.
Makes you wonder about Steve Wallace if he just can't seem to get ready. I made the point earlier. It looks like he's thrown about 9 innings down there. I guess maybe he just can't seem to get loose. But he's been throwing for a long time, and they still didn't bring him in.
So here's Johnny Floyd. He comes in relief. He pitched in game 1 last night, went 2 1/3, make that 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. He walked none and he struck out 3. And for the season, Johnny Floyd is 4-0, 2.56 ERA. He's worked 27 1/3 innings, given up 23 hits. He has walked only 7. He has struck out 36. And he faces Andrew Green with the bases loaded. They did make the defensive changes that we thought they would. Mackey moves over to right. Johnny Webster comes out, but he will stay on as the designated hitter. And Blake Green is now out in left field. So Andrew Green stands in, a chance to rip this thing open for Parkview. Bases loaded, 1 out here. In the bottom of the 5th, Parkview leading 6-5. Floyd on to pitch. Comes 3/4 and hits the outside corner for a strike. And you can tell from the Parkview fans here, they did not agree.
Less than thrilled.
Floyd pitching a la Jose Mesa with that arm just kind of dangling there. 0-1 pitch. Ripped, foul down the third base line, and the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded for Parkview. Panthers lead 6-5. The difference in this game right now, a solo homer by Jeff Francoeur in the bottom half of the 4th. Watch how he lets that right arm dangle. It's just like Jose Mesa.
What a story Mesa is, too.
He just never goes away.
No.
0-2 pitch. Missed inside, and it's 1-2.
Was he about 50 and he's still throwing in the mid-90s?
I think so. Childers down at first. Brown is at second. Zachman's at third. Green at the plate. One-two pitch. Just outside, it's 2-2.
This will get to be kind of nerve-wracking for a pitcher. Bases loaded, you're getting kind of a deep count. You just came into the ball game. Your season's on the line.
Pressure situation for Johnny Floyd. As a minute, he's only walked 7 all season. 7 in 27 innings.
One of those Hardaway pitchers that kind of short arm sling the ball up there.
2-2 pitch. Threw it outside. Nice stab by Trawitt to keep it from going to the wall. And the count is full, 3-2. So bases loaded, 1 out. Full count pitch coming up to Andrew Green. Six 5 Parkview has come off the deck from a 4-run deficit to take the lead here in Game 3 of this deciding game of this semifinal series. Here's the payoff pitch. Ripped into right field, base hit. Zachman will score. Here comes Brown. He's going to score as the ball goes to the wall. Here comes Childers. He's going to score. A high throw to the plate. And in with a triple is Andrew Green. And Parkview has blown this game open and now leads by 4 themselves, 9-5.
I don't know how that got through the outfielders.
A 3-run triple by Andrew Green, the number 9 hitter in the order for the Parkview Panthers.
Off the bat, that just looks like a regular single, but it just skips all the way to the wall.
No one got to it, it just rolled.
You think we were on AstroTurf or something. That's kind of bizarre. Green was sitting fastball, though. He was guessing fastball, and that's what he got.
A bases clearing triple by Andrew Green, and it's 9-5. Parkview fell behind 4-0 here with 4 in the top of the first by Hardaway, but since that time they've outscored them 9-1. And I don't know what they're doing right now. Tracy Powell was out talking with home plate umpire Joe Baltus, and I'm not sure. Maybe Justin Reed in the dugout can get us some information as to what was going on there. And it brings up the third baseman, Kurt McKee.
I'm still baffled how that, what seemingly looked like a single off his bat, becomes a triple.
So now the infield comes in for McKee.
Definite mental breakdown by the outfielders. costly one at that, too.
All right, the discussion was Tracy Powell was saying that Green had missed first base. Fly ball hit down the right field line, and that ball is out of here. McKee with a 2-run homer. And Parkview has taken an 11-5 lead. And the floodgates have opened. So Johnny Floyd comes in and gives up a bases-clearing triple to Andrew Green and then a 2-run homer to Kurt McKee. And the Panthers' lead is now 6, 11-5. Kurt McKee with his second homer of the season, just his second homer of the season, and his 32nd and 33 RBI.
Oh, those aluminum bats, that's the third opposite field homer.
And Steve Wallace
is apparently finally loose.
Final line on Johnny Floyd. He faces 2 batters, gives up 2 hits, gives up 2 runs, 2 of them earned, no walks, no strikeouts, and we can close the book on Blake Green too. Final line on Blake Green, 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a hit batter. And now Steve Wallace comes on to pitch, and he didn't have any success last night either. He faced just 3 batters last night, gave up a hit, 2 runs, and 2 walks.
Now pitching for the Hardaway Hawks, number 5.
Steve Wallace on the season, 2-1, 5.16 ERA, 19 innings, 20 hits, 11 walks, 15 strikeouts. And now the Hardaway Golden Hawks, who had such hopes after scoring 4 in the top half of the first, find themselves, to coin the cliche, with their backs to the wall.
It's a good crowd here today. I think it easily outnumbers anything you'll see at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, that's for sure. Lots of folks here.
Certainly rivals it. 11-5 now, Parkview in command, and now just 6 outs away from eliminating Hardaway from the playoffs, but Parkview still batting here in the bottom half of the 5th with still just 1 down. Tyler Kennedy also warming up for Hardaway, and Castello Chin will bat here. Came on in the 4th inning and hit a 2-run homer. Takes a strike on the outside corner. The count is 1-0.
You notice
Make
Chin.
it 0-1, right?
Chin took an outside pitch over the wall. His stance dictates that he likes the ball outside, so you pitch him inside.
0-1 pitch. This time it's 1-1. Chin not only the game-winning pitcher in game number 1, he is now 4 for 4 in the series with 2 homers and 5 RBI. A double, 2 homers, and 5 RBI. 2-1. Popped him up, out of play. Count 2-2 to Castello Chin. Two pitch. This low, it's now 3-2. Payoff pitch, walked it. So the inning continues for Parkview. First walk given up for Steve Wallace. Of course, the first batter he faced, that's 3 now for Hardaway pitchers, and it brings up Jeff Francoeur. Francoeur hit the tie-breaking home run back in the 4th. His second homer of the series. He's also walked a couple of times today, scored a couple of runs. Missed the pitch. Count is 0-1.
Not Hard to see what his intentions were with that swing.
A 1 pitch, just high, and the count is 1-1. So Parkview 6 outs away from going back to the state championship series. They'll be trying to repeat as the state champions in baseball. 1-1 pitch. Just low on the count, 2-1, and I think we'll have to do a little research. I don't know how many teams have won consecutive football and consecutive baseball championships, but that's what Parkview's trying to do.
I'm not going to render a guess. I have no idea.
Baseball state champions last year, 2001. There's a rip into left field. Left fielder almost let it get over his head, but Green was able to get back on it and get his glove up, and there's 2 down in the inning.
First baseman, number 18, Billy Howard.
Got a nice rip into that one.
Went down and got it. Got out there in a hurry, too.
Brings up Billy Howard. Howard is 0 for 2. Howard's still 0 for the series. At this point, not such a big deal anymore. Takes that one low, and the count's 1-0.
Put a good swing on the ball here, buddy. Come on, kid.
One-0 pitch. Low and inside. The count 2-0 to Billy Howard.
Just almost wonder if this Hardaway team has just completely run out of gas, just completely spent emotionally, physically. It's just been a grueling road for them to get this far.
2-0 pitch. Missed inside, and it's now 3-0. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we had talked several times yesterday that even though they got beat 14-10 in that opener, they didn't seem to be down. But right now, they really seem to have the life sucked out of them. 5 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. 4 pitches. Howard draws the walk.
I like the discipline of these Parkview hitters here. If it's not anything they want to hit, they're not swinging at it. Despite the fact of a big lead, they're putting a little more pressure on them. That's a sign of respect for Hardaway, though, because they've demonstrated how explosive they can be themselves.
Parkview is now batted around, and we're back around to Brandon Peterson, who started this inning with a single.
Parkview's not playing like this game is wrapped up by any means. And it's not.
4-0. Hardaway jumped out to the lead in the first on a couple of home runs, and from that point, Parkview has battled back after being held scoreless in the first, scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 5 here in the 5th to take an 11-5 lead. Peterson takes a pitch, and the count's 1-0. Stick around following the conclusion of this broadcast. Not only will we name our players of the game, but our series MVP. 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
Wallace isn't giving in. He's still trying to hit the corners. He's not throwing anything down the middle.
One pitch. Bounced it up there. It's 2-1. Chin's down at second base. Howard's at first. Both of them there by walks. 2-1 pitch. Rip to the shortstop, bobbles it, picks it up, has no play anywhere.
Wow. When things are bad, they're really bad. Vasquez doesn't usually make mistakes like that at all. He's usually pretty sure-handed out there.
Vasquez had a very good series in the field, but bobbled that one, and now the bases are loaded.
Just snake bit.
That's the second error committed by Hardaway in this ball game, and their third of the series. And now David Brown bats. He singled and scored earlier in this inning.
Bases loaded yet again.
Throws it under his chin. Count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Popped him up. Vasquez says he has it. And he does. And the inning is finally over for Hardaway, but not before Parkview scores 5 on a 3-run triple by Andrew Green and a 2-run homer from Kurt McKee. We go to the 6th. Parkview leads 11-5. Top half of the 6th now as you take a look at that Hardaway dugout, trying to get things cranked up there. Johnny Webster, Cade Cullifer, and Justin Trawick due up for the Golden Hawks. They now trail by 6 runs. Jeff Francoeur on the mound for Parkview. There's a pitch inside. The count is 1-0. Webster's had quite a series. He's homered twice today, knocked in 4 runs. Chops this one to the second baseman, Brown. Throws him out, and there's 1 down in the inning. Brings up the first baseman, Cade Cullifer. Cullifer 0 for 2 this afternoon. Flew out in the first, grounded out in the 4th. Hardaway down to their final 5 outs. Francoeur bringing heat. Pitch miss low, counts 1-0. One 1-0 pitch. This low again at the count 2-0 to Cade Cullifer.
Boy, folks in the press box getting emotional. Not us, though, of course, we're always objective.
2-0 pitch. Chopper, McKee, gloves it, steps back, throws. Nice stretch. Couldn't hold on to it, got by him, and that's going to, let's see how they score that. I think it's going to be an error on the throw.
Yeah, Billy Howard sometimes comes up with those, but that might have been a good idea just to come off the bag. But he didn't get an extra base on it, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to stretch and get it. Throw from McKee was wide. The error is scored to him.
I like Francoeur's approach, though. Big lead. I'm just throwing fastballs and let the chips fall where they may. He's gotten 2 ground balls so far. Should have had 2 outs, but still has only 1.
Brings up Justin Trawick.
Can't overthrow there.
1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. Parkview now leading by 6. Ground ball, gonna get past Brown into right field. Nice play by Chin, who comes up quickly to keep Cullifer from advancing. Now there's runners at first and second. So runners at first and second here for Hardaway. 1 down, and Dwayne Donovan is a scheduled hitter, but I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. Jeremy Williams is going to come in and courtesy run for Trawick, the catcher. And Wes Perkle is going to pick up a bat here and pinch hit.
Yeah, Perkle struck out in his only plate appearance last night. He's a kid with that long stride. He's very vulnerable to a fastball.
Perkle has not batted a whole lot this season, only 20 at-bats, hitting 100, 2 hits in those 20 at-bats. Picks up the stick here and is going to bat with 2 on and 1 down in the top half of the 6th inning. Catch Sports Unlimited weeknights at 7 o'clock on TV 33. We'll be back in the studio on Tuesday night with Atlanta Hawks center Theo Ratliff. On Wednesday night, Georgia Tech defensive coordinator John Tenuta will join us. And on Thursday night, Bill Davidson will join us. He's the man who will be bringing the Mobile Mystics East Coast Hockey League team to Gwinnett County next year. At Sports Unlimited weeknights at 7 o'clock on TV 33. Perkle stands in there. That is not Perkle, that is Josh Rovig. They did call on Perkle at first. Now Josh Rovig is batting instead of Perkle.
And he's 0 for 1 in the series so far.
Perkle at first grabbed the bat. Now Rovig up there. 0-1 pitch missed low, and it's 1-1. Rovig on the season hitting .308. last 26 at-bats himself, but a little bit better hitter than the 100 hitting Wes Perkle. 1-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. The count's 1-2 to Rovick.
Rovick, a good, nice, short, compact stroke there. We just couldn't catch up with him. That's the way you're going to hit a fastball if you're going to do it.
2 on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner, and it's 2-2 to Rovick.
That poor home plate umpire's catching all sorts of grief the last couple of innings.
He can't win for losing. I mean, he's on one side. In the right ear, he gets the Hardaway people, and on the left ear, he gets the Parkview people. Runner going from second to third, stolen base for Cade Cullifer. Runner at first held, Jeremy Williams, so now runners at the corners for Josh Rovick. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hit, glove play, Brown, double up Jeremy Williams off first base, and the rally ends just like that. We go to the bottom of the 6th, Parkview leading 11-5, 3 outs away from advancing to the state finals. We go now to the bottom of the 6th. This is how the top half of the 6th ended right here.
Bad mistake. A ball hit that weak and in the air. You got to freeze. You got to freeze at first base, and he didn't do it. Doubled off. Rally killed.
And had runners at the corners and 1 down, a chance to maybe do something, and the rally dead right there. And now Hardaway will have 1 more trip to the plate here in this ball game. Now trailing 11-5. Tyler Kennedy on to pitch for the Parkview Panthers. Kennedy pitched in this series last night. He pitched in game 1, went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And for the season, Kennedy 2-0, 1.47 ERA in 14 1/3 innings, has given up 11 hits, 5 walks, and 17 strikeouts. Steve Wallace went 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, and 2 walks. And Tyler Kennedy becomes the 4th Hardaway pitcher. Also defensively, Johnny Webster checks back in right field for Dan Mackey. So now the Parkview Panthers with an 11-5 lead. This trip to the plate and then 3 outs to retire in the top half of the 7th, and they'll be headed back to the 5A finals again.
Lead off the Panther half of the 6th inning. Parkview shortstop number 7.
Brings up Tim Gustafson, who is 0 for 3 and has struck out all 3 times. Was the starting pitcher and stands to win this thing unless Hardaway comes back. He will be the winning pitcher in this contest and would improve upon his record.
Gustafson only has 2 hits in the series, both of them for homers, 4 RBIs, so he makes them count when he does hit them.
First pitch to Gustafson, a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. Gustafson, if things stand, will pick up his 12th win of the season. 12 of Parkview's 31 wins will have come from Gustafson. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, center field. Ernest steps over a couple of feet, makes the grab, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, he was almost too casual with that out there.
For Parkview, left fielder number 14.
Brings up Nolan Childers, who was hit by a pitch the first time he came up last inning in the 5th. Eventually scored on the bases clearing triple by Andrew Green. Kennedy missed the outside corner. The count is 1-0. Pitch. Missed it. Counts 1-1 to Nolan Childers. And don't forget, next Saturday, 5 o'clock here on TV 33, we'll show you the 5A Championship Series. 2 or 3 games, however many it takes. We'll have that for you next Saturday at 5 o'clock here on TV 33. And it looks like it'll be the Parkview Panthers against either the Lassiter Trojans or the Roswell Hornets.
Well, let's hope it goes 3 games. That's an extra day of loot for me. You know? It's all about me, my bank account.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Parkview leading 11-5. 2-2 pitch. Missed outside. Count now full at 3-2. Parkview won game 1 14-10. Hardaway came back and won the nightcap last night 7-2 and jumped out to a 4-0 lead here in game 3 until Parkview finally tied it in the bottom of the 4th on a 2-run homer by Castello Chin. As Childers goes down swinging for the first strikeout for Tyler Kennedy. And then the very next batter after Chin had tied it, Jeff Francoeur broke that tie with a solo homer. And Parkview has led ever since.
Another look at the strikeout, just your basic fastball outside, got it by him.
Andrew Green, who had a big 3-run triple in Parkview's 5-run 5th. Takes a strike. Count is 0-1, and he's had a nice series.
It's got to drive you nuts for Hardaway. Over 3 games, it's 2 innings that have been your undoing. The 2nd inning in game 1 where Parkview scored 9, and then today in the 5th inning where Parkview scored 5. Just 2 innings have kind of sunk their ship.
Green is 4 for 7 in the series with a double and a triple. Chopper, second baseman, makes the play, throws, got him, and the inning is over. Parkview goes 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 7th. Parkview leads 11-5, 3 outs away from advancing to the state championship series. We go now to the top of the 7th. Parkview 3 outs away from advancing to the state championship series. Paul Vasquez leads things off, chops it up the middle. Gustafson has trouble fielding it, and Vasquez is aboard. They're going to score that a hit. So Vasquez gets the rally started here for Hardaway in the top half of the 7th. Brings up Ryan Ernest, who is 1 for 3 this afternoon, doubled in the 5th but was stranded there. Ernest 4 for 10 in the series. 1 aboard, nobody out. Pitch from Francoeur, missed high, the count is 1-0. Francoeur would pick up a save in this if he can nail it down.
Ernest, a good man to have up. He's been getting on base the whole series.
1-0 pitch, chopped down the third baseline, but foul.
You need base runners. We've got to have up for that. Can work the count, maybe get a walk or a single or something, anything to get on base.
Counts now 1-1. Francoeur has 1 save this season. This would be his 2nd. Came in on a 1-run ball game. It's now a 6-run lead. One pitch. Fastball right down the middle, throw down to first, and he's back. That was a strike. Counts 1-2 now to Ernest.
Francoeur just going right at him. Maybe he's thrown 2 breaking pitches that I remember. It's mostly just been fastballs. Here it is, hit it. Like his approach.
1-2 pitch. Just outside, it's 2-2. Chopped foul. Count remains 2-2 to Ryan Ernest. Paul Vasquez singled to start the inning here at the top of the 7th, but Hardaway's got an awful big mountain to climb. They trail by 6 runs.
Shows what a good hitter Ernest is. He just fouled that off on purpose. He's just trying to get to the next pitch.
2-2 pitch. Fouled right back again, and Ernest stays alive. Hardaway 31-5 on the season. Parkview 30-4. One of these teams will have their season in today. There's a high fly ball. Childers comes in. There's one down here in the 7th.
Well, 2 nationally ranked teams.
And now Hardaway is down to their final 2 outs.
The concession stand at this time has all sandwiches for $1. And hops us into the plate.
Brings up
Number 10.
the left fielder, Blake Green, who started this ball game. Pitched well early and then got into trouble. He is 1 for 2 at the plate today. Solo homer in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, flew out in the 5th. First pitch to Green. Ground ball hit to Brown.
Probably not
he
hard
goes
enough
to
for a
second
double
for
play.
1 and on to first, and Green just does beat it out.
Yeah, it just wasn't hit hard enough.
So Green legs it out and just does keep Hardaway alive. But for how long? They cut down the lead runner, Vasquez, and now there's 2 down in the inning for Brent Benefield, who may be Hardaway's final hope.
Boy, did a nice job of turning it. Just wasn't hit hard enough.
Benefield, 1 for 3. Fouled it off, and the count is 0-1.
Just don't know if you're swinging at the first pitch down 5 with 2 out. You want to work the count a little bit.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Hardaway down to their final out, their final 2 strikes. This would mark the 2nd year in a row that Hardaway has been eliminated by the state champions. Last year's state champions. Remains to be seen whether Parkview will do it this year. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out of play, and it's going to be 0-2. And now Francoeur 1 strike away from nailing this thing down and putting the Panthers in the state championship series for a 2nd consecutive year.
I'm Francoeur, just throw it down the middle fastball. I dare you hit it. Home run won't hurt him.
Crowd on their feet, 0-2 pitch. Inside. Counts 1-2.
Benefield heading to the University of Georgia next year. Play baseball. After his pitching performance last night, I can see why.
1-2 pitch. Popped him up. Shin makes the play. And the Parkview Panthers have defeated the Hardaway Golden Hawks 11-5, winning the series 2-1. Parkview is headed to the state championship series for a 2nd consecutive season. 11-5, Parkview with the win. Rallies from a 4-0 first inning deficit with 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and then a big 5-run 5th inning to put this game away. Parkview now 31-4 on the season and will play either Lassiter or Roswell in the state finals. Don't go away. We'll come back with the play of the game, the players of the game, and the series MVP after this timeout on TV.
Baseball coaches in the country.
And there's congratulations to Coach Buck Buchanan, who a few weeks ago picked up his 500th win here with the Parkview Panthers, and today another big one as the Parkview Panthers defeat the Hardaway Golden Hawks by a score of 11-5 to win this semifinal series 2-1. And now Parkview headed to the state finals again for a 2nd consecutive season. Rob?
Well, Matt, you remember the top of the telecast who said that Parkview probably have to outslug them. Well, they did it. 11 runs.
National team and competed in Mexico.
And there you see the congratulations being given to Buck Buchanan. You saw the bitter pill for Hardaway down there as they met for their season-ending speech. Let's take a look at our TV 33 Sports players of the game. And for the losing Hardaway Golden Hawks, Johnny Webster, what a series he had. 2 home runs, 4 RBI this afternoon. He finished up with 3 home runs and 8 RBI in the series. And for the Parkview Panthers, the senior Jeff Francoeur, likely first-round draft pick in less than 2 weeks, had the game-tying, make that the game-breaking home run, and also came on and pitched and picked up his 2nd save of the season. Jeff Francoeur and Johnny Webster are TV 33 Sports players of the game.
And Webster, quite possibly one of the greatest finishes after a home run swing I've ever seen. Fantastic.
11.
Tough year for Hardaway. Second year in a row, Parkview ends their season.
11-5. Parkview the winner here. Let's take a look at our Sports Unlimited play of the game. Came back in the fourth inning. Game tied, or make it 5-3, and Castello Chin came to the plate. Pinch hitting for Joey Sturdivant, who was 0 for 8 at that point, and Castello Chin delivered a 2-run homer to tie the game at 5-5. Castello Chin ended up 4 for 4 in the series and also was the Game 1 victor in last night in the first game of the series. Big hit for Castello Chin. That tied the game at 5-5. Next batter up, Jeff Francoeur slugged the solo homer, but Castello Chin made Buck Buchanan look like a genius.
Oh, he did. Just calls him off the bench. Well, I mentioned at the start of the game, why isn't Chin in there? He's swinging a hot bat, and then he gets inserted in there as a pinch hitter and ties the game with a 2-run homer, takes an outside pitch, and just goes opposite field with it. Just a great job of hitting.
And that was your Sports Unlimited play of the game. Again, the Parkview Panthers, 11-5 winners to win this series 2-1. We'll come back and talk to Buck Buchanan and announce our series MVP after this timeout on TV 33. And welcome back to Panther Park, where the Parkview Panthers have defeated the Hardaway Golden Hawks 11-5 here in Game 3 of this series to win it 2-1, now headed to the state championship. And time now to announce our series MVP. That goes to Castello Chin, who finished up 4 for 4 at the plate, 2 homers, 5 RBI, and a double, and also was the Game 1 winning pitcher. Striking out 8, Castello Chin, our series MVP. Speaking of Castello Chin, let's head back down to the field. Justin Reed standing by with head coach Buck Buchanan. Castello, Justin?
All right, thanks, Matt. Coach, this team was down early, but they seem to have a knack for coming back and winning in crucial situations. What is it about this team that allows them to do that?
Well, I guess it's just a lot of confidence and maybe having had a little experience to do that. We've had to do it several times this year, so it was nothing new. Obviously, we didn't want to be down early the way it was, but we had a lot of outs left, and we just wanted to make sure we didn't waste any of them, and the kids did a great job, played with a lot of confidence.
Congratulations, Coach. Castello, you are our series MVP. Take us through coming in. You know, you're on the bench, came in as a pinch hitter, broke the game wide open. You also had a great series. Just walk me through your series and how you approached it.
Well, first of all, thanks, and thank you for telling me I'm MVP. I don't think I am. I think the whole team played a heck of a game, and pitching-wise, it was really hard. I mean, Hardaway is a great hitting team, and hitting-wise, every time I'm just going to play, I just think I'm the best in there, and just confidence myself. I don't know what's going on there, but I just got confidence myself.
Well, that's great. Congratulations, and good luck in the next round. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thank you, Justin. Castello Chin, our series MVP, as the Parkview Panthers have won this series 2-1 with an 11-5 victory over Hardaway. Yes, he does. Parkview, an 11-5 winner over Hardaway. Now, if you missed portions of this Game 3 or just want to see it again, we will have the replay for you coming up Monday night at 7 o'clock here on TV 33, and then we'll have coverage of the State 5A Championship Series next Saturday, June 1st. The same Parkview Panthers taking on either the Roswell Hornets or the Lassiter Trojans. That's next Saturday, June 1st at 5 o'clock on TV 33. Also, join me in the studio on Tuesday night, back with Sports Unlimited. Atlanta Hawks center Theo Ratliff will be our guest Tuesday night at 7 o'clock here on TV 33. Once again, Parkview wins the series 2-1 with an 11-5 victory over Hardaway. And now for Rob Tribble, Justin Reed, and the entire TV 33 crew, I'm Matt Stewart. So long from Lilburn.